It's time for the type of energy only Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. Intern Justin sitting up here on the desk just for a moment. Darren McCarty of wrestling fame, as you just saw. That will never not make me smile every time, though, D-Mac. Is here. You have big media, big CBS obligations today, so you're multitasking right now.
Well, we're trying to, and if anybody could see the process of what goes into this this is Beth, everybody who is in charge.
Shout out.
The main, she takes care of the Big D Energy, right? Your hair too.
Correct,
my hair too. Multitask, obviously, but yeah, so we're getting it tamed down. Went with a darker red, but yes, last night in Brighton, Combat 1, the Pillars, Malcolm Monroe III and Tommy Vendetta, led by me, captured the titles. I got the powerbomb guy through a table, as you saw. I told Larry, their manager, don't get involved. Violent J was there for the assist. So a lot of fun being had out and about. There we go. Great belts. So if you look today, see close, I got a little bit of a shiner. Took a super kick. But I asked you, what are you willing to do to win? We won the belts. D-Mac's sitting here. And as Beth told me, it really goes with the hair. So again, we're multitasking here on a Tuesday. Jesus, big shoes to fill up there for a minute, but actually not, because flannel's usually sitting there, so you're all. But no. How it do, Neil?
What's that?
How it do?
No, we're good, man. We're good, rocking and rolling, and looking forward to it. I do back in the fold today. I will be out the rest of the week. I have work obligations down in South Florida again, so got that going on. Turn your TVs on. TV 50 Detroit. You don't even have to watch. Just turn it on the TV, walk out of the room, just give me the ratings. That's all I'm asking for. But you know the squad we have in here. We talked about intern Justin KG. What's really good?
Hey, what's really good? The D-Mac power bomb through the table. What's not good? Aaron Rodgers on the top 10 QB list.
Yeah, well, we got plenty of time to handle the Aaron Rodgers thing. We don't have to do it all today. Spencer Raxter.
Hello.
Shout out heavyweights, 5 to 7.
Shout out.
How was it yesterday at the Detroit Golf Club?
It was good. It was a lot of fun. Went there, obviously, for Big D Energy. You know, shaking hands, kissing babies, meet a lot of professional athletes and superstars, so that was really cool.
You were the biggest star, though, Spenny.
Hey, thank you. I tried.
B6, man.
Out there at the B6, Broadcaster 6, out there at the Calvin Johnson outing. I was at the Oakland Golden Grizzlies outing, so we were all represented, well represented. What's up with all you guys, by the way? Jump up into the chat and get your thoughts out there. DNC ENT. I stayed up till 4 a.m. playing college football 25. Woke up an hour and a half late for work. I guess I'm not 14 anymore. I will take the day off, though.
How is that, by the way? Because 10 years in the making, I know, like, I know my guy Todd was so excited, you know, to go home and play it all. He's probably still up, still playing it. But, I mean, for all you guys that have waited for it, does it
Anybody in the room on it?
It's me. It's me. Swing it this way. Because I've played it like a madman. I love the game. It is so much fun.
Does it meet the hype?
Yes, it meets the hype 100%. They really hit all the details well. It doesn't feel like Madden at all, which was my biggest worry towards the game.
That makes Spenny happy.
Why?
All right, you and everybody
Tell
else.
me why it doesn't
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
let's
that.
get into that for a minute.
It's an arcade. It's like more of an arcade style game. Like you can feel like the big plays happening more or less, and the good players make like a higher impact on the game. So I'm playing with Georgia Tech currently, and they have a really good running back, and he is the best player on the field in almost for a doubt, unless I'm playing against a team like Alabama who has multiple like high-level guys on the field. You can feel the high-level guys being like NFL players on a field with not NFL players. Like you could like, does that make sense?
Sure.
And the graphics are amazing. The commentary is amazing. They got all the names. David Pollock. Shout out him. I met him yesterday at the Calvin Johnson golf outing. Herb Street, Fowler. All the names. It's absolutely epic. I love it so much.
Now, Spenny, I was disappointed because I was talking with EA Sports. If you played San Jose State against Cal Poly and the game was on NBC Sports Bay Area, I was supposed to be the commentator for that in the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
But my guess is they're going to make that like a premium thing that you have to unlock.
DLC.
I think so. Yeah.
The Neil Rule DLC. All right.
What do you think?
That would be pretty cool. I'd download it for sure.
$9.99. Would you pay $9.99 for it?
I would.
yeah.
I don't have the game yet. Probably going to be about a month before I can get the game, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a lot of fun.
But Spenmo's going to come on my stream, and he's going to play with me. He told me that yesterday.
I will.
So I'll be holding him to that.
Jan tapping into the chat. Morning, all happy Tuesday. Sandy Dorton, happy All-Star Tuesday, Big D Energy. Well, that's relevant because we're going to talk about that because a lot of people are outraged.
You finna
And
crush the fans' hopes and dreams.
It just makes sense, and I'll try to make it make sense to you all. And I'm not even going to try. I will tell you the
Right.
reasoning as to why it went down.
Mr.
It's all
Logic.
very simple. What?
Mr. Logic, go ahead.
Sorry. Sorry I live my life that way. Sorry.
Cut
Sorry
the
I
shit,
look
Neil.
at things. D-Mac, I'm sorry, D-Mac. What? Was that tone?
But was that tone?
Was that tone?
The logic tone. Yeah, now it is. We're in logic tone. Now Neil's subversing into different types of tone.
Yeah.
So your logic tone. No, hey, Neil, if it's the truth, it's the truth.
It's the truth, exactly. Tiger Town wants to know, what's she doing to your hair, D-Mac? This is Beth, by the way, in the Birmingham Lady Jane. Shout
It's
out.
called braiding. It's tying it up.
Ever
This
heard
thing's
of it?
out of control, so we got tied down.
And what's the reason? What do we got going on? Where can the people see you?
Oh yeah, we got some. We're all over, but got some big things planned up in the next week. Obviously, if you see the Call Sam Chopper Shop and all the different things we're doing with that, got some big plans that I can't disclose.
Can't disclose.
You know how it is, but it involves some Lions players. So
There you go.
Oh, fancy.
Nice drop there.
There you go.
Happens when you're a 4-time Stanley Cup champ and royalty in this town.
Burn, someone will 100% make a Neil Rule mod. Is that doable?
It
That'd
is
be pretty
doable,
cool.
100%. They probably
Okay.
have to use your voice in AI and generate some of your calls, unless they literally physically got you in studio to do the voice recordings. But
I think we should set it up as a mod, and I think that it only applies if you're playing San Jose State against Cal Poly, or maybe Kennesaw State this year. We'll see.
Kennesaw State deserves some love. I think you got to give some love to them. They're one of the biggest, hottest teams for people to rebuild. They love the fact that they have HBCU in the game.
Alexis Turner, is this going to be a Tigers Day? Oh, it is.
No, not
you
the way
just
y'all
wait.
think.
You
Not
just
the
It
way-
is.
Not the way y'all think.
Like
though.
this winning streak holds substance. They just got to win 66% of the games, man.
Hey, while I'm up here, though,
They might.
you did tell me to pipe down when I told you we beat the Dodgers in the series. So I just need to take that quick victory lap while I'm up here.
Okay.
We can keep pushing, though. That's it.
Sure, 100%, man. 100%. We can keep pushing. Drago, Broadcaster 6. Yes, Mike G, KB Shepard in the house. KG Shepard. that's
Would
my
y'all
great.
Stop with that, man.
You do.
I don't look like Kelvin Shepard, man. I don't.
Spenny.
If it's a good comparison, I give it to y'all. That's not a good one. to
Spenny.
me.
I mean, it's just the dreads is not based for
Thank
looking
you,
like
thank you, Spinny.
But Spenny.
It's not hard, people. Come on,
KG,
Neil.
come on now.
Come on, Neil. Don't give me that look, man. I am not Kelvin Shepard, people.
All right,
If I was, I wouldn't be here.
Shad 216. DMAC is so effing goated. So there's that one out there as well. DNCNT, though, says wrestling is fake, though, right, DMAC? Your eye tells me it's fake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Neil, I got a question for you.
Okay,
so
go
we're
ahead.
starting Woodward Dynasty League in NCAA football, and it is being asked in chat right now if you will be the voice of it. I'm not going to ask you for that because that's a bit much because there's
that's
going to
a
be
lot.
probably 30 games played in the season. But will you voice the championship game?
Will I voice the championship game?
Yes, with the Woodward Sports employees and viewers. Can I get you to do that?
Oh, did I just? I wonder if I heard a bag dropping or not.
Yeah. What do I get?
Right.
Yeah.
He ain't doing it for
We
the
can have this.
Whiff 'em, as I
we
like
can
to
have
say,
some
whiff 'em.
negotiations off
What's
the
in
air.
it for me?
We can have some negotiation off the air.
All right,
I'm
cool.
sure I can tickle your fancy.
Whoa.
That was a little.
Pause. GW the Kid, nah, Jews, that you called for a sweep.
Nope, I
It was not
backtracked.
that.
I backtracked when I talked to Neil and I said 2 or
Okay.
3. I said sweep on the morning show. I said 2 or 3 on Big D, and I retracted because I was feeling a little too hyper on the morning show. I admit that, and I admitted it on Big D as well. So, GW the Kid, smoke on that, buddy.
Burn says, I don't know, Neil. I want the Neil Tone mod for the Michigan games. Now, people would pay big money.
Every
for
time
that.
I play with Michigan,
would.
Justin, why are you playing with Michigan? You should be playing for Western Michigan.
Yeah. You have to have went to Michigan to
Right.
play as Michigan. But yeah, get into that chat. And I do want to talk about this, by the way. Salty pork chops. Last night's national anthem was the worst I've ever heard. I don't think Fergie's anthem performance was going to get beat until last night. I will say this. P3 says Neil is a Tigers hater. Is that true?
No.
Okay, thank you.
I can confirm.
You can confirm. Yesterday was the first time in my life that I did not watch 1 second of the Home Run Derby.
It sucked.
And I didn't care to. And
The
it's
new
sad.
rule changes blow.
I turned it on and I saw they had pitches and a time clock.
I got kicked in the face. I mean, I was
So did anyone that
collecting-
listened to that national
collecting
anthem.
belts, all right, like I didn't even know it was on.
So did anyone that listened to the national anthem?
Hey, honestly, I ran home to watch Raw, like the replay of Raw.
Yeah.
Like no, baseball, not even across my.
I did, and that's where I was, D-Mac, and you know what? Low-key, it was kind of glorious. I was completely, played in the golf out, was completely tapped out of sports last night, and I liked it.
Yeah.
I did, for real.
Yeah, I went and played in a beer league hockey game, and I very much enjoyed it because I think if I would have stayed and watched the rest of the Home Derby, I watched the first 2 or 3 rounds, or 2 or 3 hitters, and it was weird. I did not like the new format at all. It was really way slower, less home runs being hit. I believe the under cashed on the home run line, which hasn't happened in a long time. So it was a weird event. I'd say that for sure.
But yeah, so I didn't miss it. I didn't watch it, and I didn't miss it. And it's sad because I really did like the Home Run Derby, but
It's not the same.
it's not the same, man.
It's
It's like, never mind. I just sound like an old guy. It's too much.
Yeah. They keep changing the rules
Yeah.
every year. It's stupid.
Like, just let it roll and do it up.
Yeah.
Although Bobby Witt Jr. is pretty sweet.
He's nasty.
I called the winner.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you, get compensated for your opinion?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Then you didn't really call.
Well, I called him. I said put it on wax. I just don't have the wax to put it on.
Okay, fair. That's fair, everybody. That is fair. All right, when we come back, the All-Star game is tonight. Tarek Skubal is not starting. I have some thoughts on that. We're going to get into the Calvin Johnson going in, being inducted into the Pride of the Lions. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
time.
Can't wait for that. There's a couple Pistons things in here that we will get to as well. And, yeah, man, we're going to chop it up. So let's get to it. And first, Jesus, since you're in the chair, man, tell them about Guardian Alarm. Yay. Pressure's on. Guardian Alarm. Dazzle.
Hurry
You
up.
don't even have the right read, Jesus. Come on.
Hurry up.
Jesus.
We got to go to break.
Hey.
Bottom one. They
Come on,
man.
Might have been.
It's a new year. Let Guardian Alarm offer you customized solutions from real experts. Our professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs, 24/7 monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work, and people who have been proven to care. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. Call 1-800-STAY-OUT. And call Guardian Alarm today.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week, walk-ins are always welcome. there's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network.
Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over Metro Detroit, known for their quality hand-battered, hand-breaded chicken tenders, delicious chicken sandwiches, New York-style pizza, and the best biscuits in the biscuit game. They just opened a location in Madison Heights, so go check them out there, or go to Sorokis.com to find one closest to you. Sorokis. Now that's crispy.
They do. They'll never not slap.
Yep.
Even if the day comes where they don't advertise on Woodward, I'll still.
Biscuits.
I think I'm about to go to Syracuse after this.
You have to.
Yeah.
You absolutely have to. Back at it here, Neil Rule. D-Mac back in the regular chair. KG. Juice is here in the house. Spencer Raxter also.
Before we get into
We got breaking news?
what we're getting into, I just wanted to show our guy with the Boo Them Kids shirt at the Tigers
Boo
game.
Them Kids!
I just
Yeah.
gotta make sure I get his name right. He sent it to me on Twitter. This is Louie. Shout out to Louie.
Boo them kids at the in the game against the Dodgers,
Yeah.
too. Perfect.
In the Boo Them Kids
Beautiful.
shirt.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. There it is. It's a movement. Hey, you guys, you tweet any of us a picture. We'll stop what we're doing and put it on the show.
We treat it as breaking news.
Anybody in a Boo Them Kids shirt in the city is breaking news.
Yes.
And when news breaks, we break in.
And send it to me, like, at me on Twitter. Don't DM it to me, because that was in my DMs for a while. And I didn't see it.
You don't want any part of Spencer Raxter's DMs. You don't want to be affiliated.
It's a pretty gross place.
You don't want to stumble into it.
Yeah.
He's a celebrity
You don't want
now.
to hear about it.
Yeah, this DM's full, man. He ain't checking those. He's B6. He ain't
You got
got time to
verified
check fucking
DMs to check.
Yeah.
You don't check it. No non-verified DMs.
No.
True.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, so just remember that. Real cream of wheat. This stuff never happens with the Reads on the Final Word show. John effing Lord, come on, Jesus. People are saying you got to step up the game a little on the Reads. We'll get there. You're just starting out. We'll get you there, no doubt.
Hey, the actual read though, I'd say pretty good.
Okay, congrats. You got the English language.
Yeah. Congrats, you can read.
yeah, there it is.
Hey, I struggle with that
Oh
when
yeah,
I was
we
a
forgot.
kid.
You're
So.
dyslexic, so good
His
job.
anxiety,
in
you
all
know.
seriousness.
All right, let's get into this. No Tarek Skubal starting the All-Star game, which I think in Detroit really would have added to the juice. I think a lot more people would have tapped in. But Tiger Town says, let's not pretend that Corbin Burns is a really damn good pitcher too. But Skubal should have started just simply because he's better in all the stat categories pitching in the AL. So D-Mac, here's how I'm going to start this off. This is the real world, right? This is the real world. And D-Mac, I think you can speak to this as well. Your team you played for probably benefited from this in time to time. But the deal is this. Is Skubal better granularly? Yes, Skubal has been a better pitcher. That is a fact. However, Corbin Burns, A, is not a bum. B, pitches for the Baltimore Orioles, who are one of, if not the best team in baseball, and his manager's managing. So guess what's going to happen, everybody? He's going to take his guy. That's just the way it goes. So, yeah, you could look at it as the Detroit versus everybody thing. I look at it like this. This is the price you pay for not being relevant in a decade as a baseball organization. Because whether or not we realize it / choose to accept it or however you want to slice it, they haven't been relevant in a decade. And that's how this thing works. The accolades, the all-star stuff, all of it. They go to the teams that are good. That's just the way it works. I don't know why everybody was so stunned by this. For real, I don't.
Yeah.
Now, is Skubal a better pitcher? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. But we haven't been relevant in a decade, everybody. And you can clutch your pearls and say, well, he was better in whip by .27. Doesn't matter. We've been irrelevant for a decade, and Scooble pays the price for that. He just does. It's the way it goes.
Who's managing the game?
Bruce Bochy.
The Orioles manager.
No,
So
it's
end
Bruce Bochy
conversation.
What's that?
Bruce Bochy of the Rangers.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, but whatever else is that. So the first one is if the manager, and it's not. So if the manager is, but then it's the decision because you look at where are you pitching. It doesn't come down to how well he's pitched. If you look at it granularly on the Tigers and he is lights out, right? The best pitcher, the best player. The fact the Orioles are where they're at, and their pitchers got him there. It's a no-brainer. Tarek Skubal will tell you it's a no-brainer, right? The fact because you look back on your team and your team is irrelevant.
That's it. You pay that
You
price.
pay the price for your team being irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And I don't think any baseball-minded person would ever question that, right? Because when you look up the numbers and see they are close, right? It's not like disparaging that Tarek Skubal is a Connor McDavid.
Skubal's been a little better. Fair.
Been a little better,
But for a franchise,
but
it's
he's been a
irrelevant
lot
for a
worse
decade.
because he doesn't have the Orioles backing him. He's got the Tigers. So I mean, it's not, to me, it's not even a conversation.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not surprising. And KG, I know. Hey, how is Broder taking it? Did he have the flag out? You have the Tigers flag planted on the desk?
Well, yeah, but I think most people would feel that he should have started, which on paper, yes, he should have. This is why I told you, yes, I get it. I do understand. That doesn't make it right, though. Like, if every statistical category he is beating Corbin Burns in, he's beating them in, he should be starting. Point blank, period. But I do understand it's a politics game. It just is what it is. The Tigers have sucked, like you said. The Orioles are the better team, the more entertaining team right now. They're going to go with that. They want to highlight that.
Yep. And again, you can't be upset about that. You just can't. Be better. I believe it was your hero. Don't be bitter. Be better.
Yes.
Who said it?
Gio Urshela?
No.
No, it ain't Gio.
That was Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, it was.
Who got suspended
There goes
twice.
my hero.
That's fine.
Don't be bitter. Be better.
That's fine.
So that's what the Tigers have to do, D-Mac. And look, I'm sorry, man. I'm not going to get all outraged. I had some people like tweeted at me. They're like, I can't wait to hear you talk about Skubal and not getting to start the All-Star game. I 100% get that, man. It did not stun me in the least. No. Not in the least.
Nope, me either. Me either. And even in the chat.
I mean, just look at that, though.
Skills
I would say people still have a right to be upset. Should they be outraged or carrying on about it? No, but people have a right to be upset.
See, Neil, even the Shaquille O'Neal who says, normally I like to debate with you, Neil, but you're right this time. I mean, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, so again, don't feel bad for Skubal. Feel bad for that organization he pitches for.
You know what makes me laugh? Oh, all of a sudden you care about baseball? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, it is true, though. Like, as soon as something, I was happy about this, like kind of when it happened low key in the root for the show context, because I was stunned. There was one thing I was stunned by in all this, D-Mac, the way people rallied. I mean, and it was immediate. Yeah. As soon as it got named yesterday, people drew their swords, man, and charged down the hill.
Yeah.
So it is good in this respect. We can say we don't. I'm honest about it. They could be 30 games under 500, and I'm going to flip the game on in September because that's just the way that it works.
You're going to be mad about it, but you go flip
I'm going to be mad about it, but I'm going to watch. I am, because it's just what I do. I put the time into this team, and it's on. And look, you know what? Give me this, by the way. And I low-key thought about my wife a little bit when I concocted this on the drive in this morning. Here's the deal, all right?
All right.
Right.
I'm going to watch the Tigers all year long. And because of that, I'm going to be pissed when I come up here and talk about them because they haven't been relevant in a decade. This is what I watch in the summer. There are only 16 Lions games. There's over 160 Tiger games.
Yep.
I will watch in some form or fashion 140 plus of them. So needless to say, I put in way more time on the Tigers than I do on the Lions watching the games. It's a usage thing. That's what it is. You guys watch your stupid-ass shows with dragons flying around and all that. I don't say a word. I don't say a word to you about it.
Relax.
So leave me alone on this. All right? There's no drag. I watch baseball. Like, that's what I do in the summertime, partly because it's the only thing on. When I'm not working TV with soccer, I'm watching baseball on TV. That's how I operate. And when the team I root for is not good, I'm going to be pissed off about it. You watch your dragons fly around, I watch the Tigers. Both are about as believable, I guess.
It's your Tiger tax, Neil. Just like how
100%.
Skubal paid his Tiger tax by not starting the All-Star game.
That's what bothers me about the people earlier that were like, Neil's a Tiger hater. I am 1,000% not a Tiger hater, but I'm not stupid.
If the Tigers were first in the AL Central, he probably starts that game.
We got some breaking news.
We do have breaking news.
Yeah, shout out to Andrew Schmidt sending it to me on Twitter. Booing them kids.
Hey, he's booing his own kids.
Booing his own kids.
Yeah.
Boo!
Yeah,
That's commitment.
Right.
Booing your own kids.
Yeah.
Damn right.
he's rooted in the game.
I love it.
Andrew Schmidt booing his own kids.
With the NFC champion or NFC North champion hat on.
Damn
Look
right.
at that little kid over there, all short and everything because he's little. He needs to be booed.
All little.
Yeah.
Look at him all little.
Look at him in his pajamas, trying to be all cute and stuff.
Right.
No, boo, you kid. Boo.
September
Just like
7th.
Stafford's kid. Put that kid on the screen. He'll get booed too.
Boo!
Boom.
Shout out Andrew Schmidt,
Yes.
by the way.
September 7th is
When news breaks, we break in. Giovanni Moshiri, we're breaking news on BDE.
Hey,
Hey,
shout
we're-
out Jomo, man.
We're still on the people, Kevin Bell. Don't tell us what you do in the wintertime, Neil. Do what you guys do. Commentate basketball and watch football, man. Like that's how I do it. But I'm always AC says you're a Tiger realist, I say. That's how I'm always going to be. Sandra Dorton, Neil, did you watch Shark Week at all? No, not at all. Not a second.
He's not a Shark Week guy.
No,
I could have told you.
there's already enough
He doesn't like
violence.
sharks and dragons.
I already see enough violence. So, all right, on the flip side of this, what do you got, KG? You look like you had something to say.
Since we were talking Tigers, I did want to get your thoughts about
Yes.
over the weekend and things of that nature.
I will.
Yeah.
I will when we come back. We're going to do one segment on it, and then we'll move on. Okay, but it'll turn into two segments.
Of course.
I know that. Tell them about Lady Jane's, D-Mac. You can confirm. You can vouch.
You just saw you in the opening get my hair braided. You could be that guy too, or get a haircut like Neil, because awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. Where's that? Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Just stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week, Lady Jane's. It's wicked awesome.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at RandyWiseChevy.com.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Neil Rule here for Feldman Automotive. There's 18 Feldman Automotive locations in and around the Metro Detroit area. We know about Feldman Chevrolet and Novi because they are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. But did you know no matter what make, model of car you are looking for, this is very, very easy. Go to feldmanauto.com, search the car you want, Kia, Ford, Chevy, whatever it is, and boom, they got you covered. And yes, you get to take advantage of the Feldman Advantage, the very best car buying experience in the game. It's really weird. Like, you go get your car and you sign your papers and then you leave. It's wild. I don't know how they have it figured out. Nobody else does, but they do. So go take advantage. Don't sleep on the service department,
Even
too.
Flannel.
Even Flannel got a car there, and he was in and out, too. It's literally that easy. Flannel can do it. FeldmanAuto.com. All right, we're keeping it pushing, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, All-Star Tuesday for Major League Baseball. Tarek Skubal not starting. It was of zero surprise to me. Tarek Skubal had to pay for the sins of the franchise he plays for. A decade-long stretch of irrelevancy. Yeah. And never forget this. In a series win over the Dodgers, where you were a plus 2,000 underdog going into the ninth inning, that doesn't change things for me magically. I know it does for a lot of you. It doesn't for me. So, KG, you asked a question. That's the response.
All right. Not mad at it.
The Dodgers' weakness, and D-Mac, you watch Sunday Night Baseball, so you watch the Dodgers every other week. We know this going in. The Dodgers' weakness is pitching.
Yeah.
It's 100% pitching. So, like, it's not a surprise they struggled to pitch. That's what cost them not winning the World Series last year. So,
but Tigers are hot right now, though. You got to acknowledge that.
It's cute. Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
But then I look down at the standings, and this is what's going to lead into this. I was told they're back.
They're back.
They're back. I hear the playoff talk going on. Jesus, where are you on the playoff meter?
Hopefully we buy so we can have a shot at them, but I don't have faith that we're even going to buy. So, like, I guess the meter's at like a 4 out of 10.
Okay, so I checked the standings, D-Mac, after this. I look, the Tigers, 7 games back of the wild card still.
Yeah.
They're always 7 games back, whether they lose 5, win 5. D-Mac, where do you sit right now? As Tarek Skubal toes the slab, as Flaherty, you know, it's getting real now with Flaherty. He had a good start after a couple back injections. Where do you sit right now with this team, D-Mac? I'm not talking about, like, I know where you are. Like you said, I've tapped out for the most part.
I'm in the same spot. Hey, way to go. I'm proud of you. I mean, that was awesome this weekend and stuff like this. But, like, the fandom doesn't change. My interest is to the point of the conversations where you look at the Dodgers and their big hole is pitching. So how are they going to go about? Because you know they're going to spend money or make moves or do whatever.
They have to.
So does that include anybody off our roster? Whether it's bullpen help or starter help, right? Is it, you know, what is that? That's what I'm looking at. Obviously, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, good. They're good. I mean, I'll wear my Tiger stuff. I'll do whatever, but my day doesn't lock around them. But it's the same thing that goes back to the Tarek Skubal. Every team in this town, the 3 teams, right? The Pistons, the Tigers, the Red Wings, they're all going to pay this tax for ineptitude over the past 10 years, right, as they get better. Now, the Lions, what they've done in the last few years is made themselves relevant, made their players relevant, where now they're going to get that respect out of anybody, right?
And they saved the day on that. Like, Lions fans save and cut out that point in their day to watch the game.
Well, absolutely, because they've earned that.
Yeah.
Right? More or less to that fact. I just, you know... I mean, when we draft a shortstop in the draft that, you know, played 1 year at Harvard or whatever. Like, I mean, it doesn't. It's too early to tell. I'm just like, there's so many other things. It's just not a priority, Neil. It's like 6th, 7th down the list. I'll tap in, and if it makes sense. And I was listening when they made the comeback. You know, I had it on the radio and stuff like this, so that was cool and stuff like this. I'll pick up highlights if they're winning or Skubal's pitching and stuff like. But other than that, you know, that's it. I mean, it hasn't changed. I mean, there's no up and down because that's not the time.
And I guess for me, D-Mac, that's what it boils down to. And it's cool that everybody felt good. I was happy. I wanted them to beat the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Like that, because I think that's going to be the apex of the season.
Here's the
when
thing.
It's all said and done.
You brought it up. It doesn't matter what they do in the last month, 2 months, whatever. They're 7 games out. If they ever got to 3 games out, I'll probably lock back in.
Yeah.
You know, but prove it, show me, do something, whatever. I'll be locked in when the deadline comes around. I'm interested tonight to see Skubal pitch. I'll probably watch, the first few innings because I think he'll get in there early, here's what I would say, the back caveat. When do you see Tarek Skubal tonight? Do you see him second? Do you see him third? Do you see him up front? That means that he gets the respect to him. Sorry, your team sucks and we can't start you, but we think highly of you in the year you had. So we're going to get you in there second. Usually they put the big dogs in early.
Right. Because, and I got the tweets from people like, Neil, where are you at now? Look at the Tigers. They're back and stuff like that. So immediately when I get tweets like that, I go look at the standings. And they're 7 back. And they're 7 back of 4 teams. Do you think that they'll catch the Twins?
No.
You think they'll, for real, do people think that they'll catch the Twins? They're
Some
7.
people might. Because, their first 15 games out of the gate, all AL opponents, 3 of them AL Central opponents, they do have a chance to make up some ground. Now, do I have belief that they can actually put it together and muster it? Not necessarily.
Right,
but
because when you
possible.
do this, KG, you have to sweep the team.
Yeah.
Because even if you take 2 or 3, you gain 1 game.
Yeah.
That's it. It's still not realistic, man.
Yeah.
So the Jususes of the world that are like, well, I hope we're buyers. No, that's not how this is going to work, man. I think we need a serious recalibration of what this team is. They've told you this every step of the way, what they're going to be. And I guess this is morphing into the Flaherty Skubal trade stuff. You have to trade Flaherty.
Yeah.
You have to.
I think so, yeah.
You either got to trade him or re-sign him.
Yeah.
That's it. Those are the only 2 outcomes that you have to do with him. Because they have shown you that they are not going to go out and be aggressive in free agent. I don't need any more data.
Yeah.
This is what they are.
This team definitely has a timeline. If you pay attention to how they're acquiring some of the young talent, they have a timeline. It's not this year.
And we need to step out of this. Is not 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They're not going to go out with Lil Wayne with a bag full of Winn-Dixie bag full of singles going into the strip club. They're not doing it. Those days are over. It's not happening anymore. So we need to accept that, and we need to move on. When you start bringing in guys from the Rays organization and guys that build teams, this is how it's going to operate. They have to trade these guys because this is the way that this team, as constructed, is going to work. And I might not like it, but that's the way that it is. So let them cook, I guess. What else you going to do?
Do you have more faith at this deadline with Scott Harris in charge than you did with Alavila? Or do you think that it doesn't matter, it's more from the top? Or do you think he'll get to operate?
The whole philosophy is different now. My question about the organization and their theory is, when you get rid of guys now, how are you doing it? Are you doing it Avila style, where the singular goal is to get out of contract money? Or are you doing it Met style, where you're going to buy prospects?
Yeah. What
are you doing? If you say, hey, we'll trade you Flaherty, we'll eat the salary. We're taking your 5th best prospect for him. Mm-hmm. I'm down. If you don't want to spend it in free agency, fine. Then do it that way.
Right.
Show me something.
Show me direction.
Show me something. I don't care which way you go. I'm not going to sit here and cry about the free agency thing. Dad left to go to the store and he didn't come back. All right? I've accepted that. I moved on. He's not going to come to my Little League games. Right. I understand that. All right? I'm moving on. So
that's good, Neil.
Don't
be waiting by the door.
Well, this is a whole audience and a whole network of people that feel that way, though. For real. You guys think that. You think magically in free agency next year, Dad's going to pop back into the door at our birthday party and have a great gift for us and be like, I'm back, son.
He could. Every year. It could be the year.
He's going to come back with the add-on, with the Neil Rule add-on for college football for you and be like, here you go, son.
The DLC.
I'm back. I'm back in your life. It's not happening. So you just... It's what it is for me. Woodward Sports chat thread. Dad with Tourette's. My 1-year-old is down for a nap. When she wakes up, I'm going to boo her. Get right up in her face.
Yes.
Right up in her face. And Andrew Schmidt, every day I'm booing.
Take a video. We'll play it.
Yeah, absolutely. James Quinn, pull up to the lemonade stands and boo them there, too. I should do that.
Nobody care about your little 25-cent lemonade. Boo.
Boo.
25 cents.
Your nasty old warm lemonade sitting out here in the sun.
You're right, it is inflation.
Lemonade
These kids
stands
charge
are
like
like
$1.50. Yeah, $1.50.
But they still only cost like 28 cents to make the whole pitcher.
Yeah, of course.
You know, so it is that.
Get in where you fit in, man.
Yeah, you absolutely do.
There's these kids selling candy on the corner by my house, like bags of candy, and I pulled over. I was like, "How much for a bag of candy?" He's like, $10.
Hell,
$10. He pulled off.
I'll get myself a box at
I was like,
CVS.
what
Thanks,
the
dog.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
Yeah, that one is pretty good. Mike O'Neill's going freestyle. Neil is never obtuse. No, I mean, like, it is. It's just that doesn't it make you feel better? Like, whenever, KG, does that bring you into reality a little bit or no?
What aspect? Where are you?
Just where this team is going?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see the direction. Now, will he execute to the fullest potential? I don't know, but the timeline is not now. They're setting this team up for 2 to 3 years from now to be really good. I just don't know if they'll try to be competitive in the middle. That's kind of where we are right now.
There it is. Neil, Riley Green is the man. Then lock him up. Don't dick around. Right?
You should.
Like, every minute that goes by, he gets more expensive.
Yeah. And I think they will. If they don't do it during the season, it'll definitely be the off season. But they'd be smart to do that.
For more money.
Yeah.
Every day you wait, man.
I mean, you might as well. You have to eventually start to add something to the team, So that's just my philosophy.
And just like every day, when you have a pet, you need to go to Premier Pet Supply, just like that.
That's for sure, because Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years, with 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man-meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports. Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Neil Rule here for Woodward Merch. That's right, shop.woodwardsports.com. You want to be breaking news on Big D Energy? Tweet us a picture with the Boo Them Kids shirt right there. Boo them kids. Boo. Next kid that gets a haircut at Lady Jane's, I might boo them. No, I probably won't. But
I'll walk out there and take a video of me booing them.
boo them. Just boo them, everybody.
Don't worry.
No, but we appreciate you guys. The shirt's been moving well, and we love seeing it at the Tiger games and everything like that. Boo them kids, everybody. That's all you need. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Boo them kids. All right, keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, D-Mac here. KG, intern Justin, of course, Spencer Raxter as well. GW the Kid, you're exactly right, times 2, Neil. Thank you. I'm just trying to keep it real with the people out there. Dante 151. Neil with the tone again. Broder, cheer them bunts. Broder and his bunts, man.
Hey, it worked. Over the weekend, it did work.
Yeah. Let's talk about all the times it didn't work, by the way. Let's talk about all the times it didn't work. But yeah, so we're out here. We're doing it. And just a couple minutes, we'll be joined by Dr. Jeff Pierce, as we always are on Tuesdays. And we'll discuss the injury front. I am going to ask him, though, speaking of the Tigers, and I know we talked about it already, this Kerry Carpenter setback with the lumbar fracture stuff.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah. It's a tough injury, man.
And everyone's real quiet about it. Like, remember when it happened and everybody was like, yeah, hey, 4 weeks. He'll be back. Then next thing I heard, he had a setback. You may never see him again. Like, that's, I mean, they didn't say that, but that was the tone I got.
No middle ground, no.
Yeah, that was the tone I got, D-Mac. Detroit Arrow, Tigers have been hard to watch for the past decade for real. They were the first sports team I was introduced to when I was 3. I love the Tigers, but have not regularly watched them in so long. So, D-Mac, I guess let's just cut the ish right here, right now. You trading Flaherty?
Yeah, if I can get, dude, if you get a fifth best prospect or whatever, to get whatever. It's either one or the other because you can't let him walk or let him go for nothing.
For free,
It has a value for you. So, yeah, I mean, I'd trade Scooble.
And that was going to be my follow-up question.
So, I mean, like, that's the whole thing. I mean, anybody. That's why it'll be interesting to see the direction they go.
And that's kind of where I am with it,
And I don't
too.
expect them to trade Scooble, and I expect big moves, but little moves. Like little moves. And maybe Flaherty's not a little move, but a move like that. That shows me that they're doing. Show me something. Show me which way. We're at a fork. Which way are we going?
Because you've already shown me what you're going to do in free agency, more importantly, what you're not going to do in free agency.
Well, that's last year, and you don't know if that changes, as different things happen. So I'm just along for the ride. Like I said, check in, check out, see what's going on. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, Neil? Oh, what?
We're not bottom
games.
feeders.
Oh,
I take solace in the fact that we're not the White Sox. We're not other teams like that. There is a decent team beneath the BS that we dealt with this year. So I can see a plan forward. It's just about execution at this point with Scott Harris.
Here's where they are. They have a frontline pitcher, one of the best pitchers in baseball that could win the Cy Young this year. They have an all-star outfielder. Is Riley Green a Bobby Witt Jr.? He's not quite there.
Not at the plate, no.
But he's an all-star player. He's a good player. You win with guys like Riley Green.
I would say he's a cornerstone of when they start to win, he'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll be a prime contributor when you are ready to win. It's just like you have to, but that's about it. You got Colt Keith, who obviously, the bat looks very, very strong.
Yeah.
But he's projecting to be a first baseman.
I don't even think he might be your DH going forward.
But whatever. You have that. It's just there's not a lot. As we said, what's the answer at second? What's the answer at third? There is no answer at short. What's the answer in center? What's the answer in right? There are a ton of questions about this. Yeah. A ton of questions.
And because of what happened with Torque, you can't even necessarily say that Colt Keith is going to work out because he could be going through this stretch where he actually is having success.
Easy, Josh. You're going to get murdered right now in the chat.
I don't care.
Very, very Neil Rule of you right there.
It has to be thrown out there.
But you're not allowed to ask the question, I'm sure, because Colt Keith is back and he's here.
Colt Keith is awesome and he deserves it. And I wish him nothing but success. But you have to think about what happened with Torque could happen to Colt Keith. It is the same organization. It's very similar coaches. The possibility has to be there, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. Not that I think it's gonna happen, but the question has to be asked.
Is that fair, D-Mac? Is that? It's a fair question.
I mean, yes, anything's fair right now until we see direct. Put all your questions together, and hopefully, Neil, we will get some answers.
Right.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah. Burn says Colt Keith was drafted as a third baseman. Yes, I know, but guess where he's not playing on this team.
Yeah,
with the third baseman they have. If he can't beat those guys out, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get you. There's still some questions, absolutely.
So that's it. And JP17, Jesus is a negative Nancy now.
He is.
Just following in the footsteps, I guess.
Yeah.
Very Neil Rule of you.
It was.
What if all of our players forget how to hit a fastball?
And on brand, Michael Daniel. Start with bringing in a lefty at first.
It's fair.
Great suggestion.
We circle it all back. When we get to that point, we circle it all back. I guess Kirk Gibson said the Tigers need to re-sign Scooble and Flaherty. I will say this though, D-Mac. I'm not die on the hill you have to trade Scooble. Although if you ask me my preference, I'm probably 55 to 60 trade him.
Okay.
40 to 45% don't trade him. But I will say this, Darren. Whatever you're going to do, then do.
Yeah.
If you're going to re-sign him and he's going to be a part of the package forever, then do it now. Same thing with Riley Green. Pick a direction and go. Don't wait on it. Don't sit around and get you another Michael Fulmer situation.
That's exactly what
and
it
that's,
is.
That's what the vibe I'm getting from you.
I'm erring on the side of we're not going to make the same mistake because the same person's not there.
Right,
But again, all these questions, are just up in the air that they're not, none of them are wrong which direction, because we have to see. And I think this is like, isn't the pivotal part, but this is a part, like a foundational part in the organization. Well, maybe a move at the deadline just helps fast track whatever they're going to do. What's your plan? Because what the whole thing is here, it's foggy. We don't see the direction.
You interested in signing Flaherty long term?
Well, it all depends. I mean, yeah, because I think you get him at a discounted price
to
market and whatever like that. And it all depends on is he healthy? Do you view him as, what is he, a number 3 guy, right? So like, would you say 3, 4, 2, 3?
He's a 2 on this team.
3, yeah.
Right. So, but when we talk about, right, we'll let you behind the scenes. When we talk baseball or whatever like that, we don't say what our guy is on our team. We say what they're on the best teams. What is he on the Dodgers? What is he on the Yankees?
Shit, he could be a 2 on the Dodgers.
So there you go. Right? Are they looking at him? Because maybe Flaherty's the key, and it's not where you can keep Scuba, but you can get a return. Right? Now, we've always said that, like, the number 1 prospect in the Orioles organization, shortstop Jock Holiday, that would take a Scuba. But you can get, maybe you can get like a 3 and a 5 prospect for him or something, right? So the end of the conversation is Flaherty is a Major League Baseball pitcher. We're number 3 on whatever, put him on the best pitching roster. It's whether he's healthy, it's whether whatever else. So it wouldn't bother me, Neil, because I got to think if they did long term, but they'd have to make other moves, but there'd be moves around it. So again, too early to tell. We gotta, that's why, even though where we're at and where anybody is in the Tiger fandom of the season, the trade deadline this year is more to me important or to pay attention to than it has been in the past.
And here's where it is. Maybe I'm making a bigger deal of it than most people are comfortable. I think this is like a paramount moment. This trade deadline comes. No, I mean like paramount. This is especially.
I think you might be maybe a gear too much. But you're right. It's foundational. This is like the pouring of the concrete, right? You know what I mean? What kind of job are you going to do in your foundation? Because it could be foundational.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh, sorry, could you go ahead?
I was just going to say, to say paramount would imply that it's end all be all. I don't think it's that. I think he's going to try to acquire assets during this trade deadline. So
let's go Red Wings party. If we trade Scuba, I have a hard time not thinking we're the Oakland A's. Continue to cycle through developing prospects, giving them to teams that are serious. But let's go Red Wings party. Like, here's the deal. Who have we had a hard time? What have we developed? Like, for real?
We haven't.
Cut in the edge. Nobody.
Yeah.
Scuba. That's it. Yeah. And every organization has a Scuba, like where you close your eyes and throw a dartboard at a draft board and hit us. Everybody has one of those.
But on the same token, those weren't Scott Harris guys, though.
Correct. Correct. So I maybe I'm making too big of a deal.
No. You know what it is? You're just looking, when do we not hit the bottom, but when do we stop digging ourselves? Like, we're falling in like quicksand a little bit, slowly but surely, maybe like sand through the hourglass. And as we fall, like, when does it stop? Right? And that's what you're saying at this trade deadline, too, could be the stop. You could see that there's a stop, and now we're going in the other direction.
And look, to be fair, last year's trade deadline with Scott Harris did not exactly fill me to the brim with confidence.
I get you.
Well, his trade deadline and his free agency.
Yeah.
Right? And we're giving him the benefit of the doubt that it's not him in the free agency, but the trade deadline, go to work.
No doubt. I mean, and the free agency, right? Like,
yeah, I understand.
He was 2 out of 3 to the bad.
Yeah.
Flaherty worked. He was the 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Maeda did not work.
Maeda was horrible. Gio is
No, Gio's fine.
He's fine.
He's
Maeda
fine.
looked good in the pen, though.
What's that?
Maeda looked good in the pen. He deserves.
Oh, so he's back?
No, I'm not saying.
Spenny, is Maeda back? He's back, right? He's back.
We need to do Maeda watch too. But Canada started off well. He's kind of tailspin lately.
He's in the 220s, man.
Yeah, he's tailspin.
He's what Cole Keith's about to happen when he comes down to earth.
So that's what it is. But no, I just wanted to say, I just wanted to say that I think this is paramount and it's a big moment for this organization. And, it's cool. Scuba's going to be in the All-Star game. I will definitely want to watch for sure. But with all that being said, man, sue you. Scott Harris is out. Okay. Need Dave Dumbo back to swing trades. Hey, I always said it, man. The day he walked out the door, you're going to want him back. How's Philadelphia doing right now?
Yeah, I miss Dombrowski, man.
How's Philly doing?
Pretty good.
It's a trash city, but how's their baseball team doing?
No farm system, but all stars on that team, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Arguably the best team in baseball.
Yeah.
I
miss them days.
You can make a case for it. When we come back, we'll be joined by Dr. Jeff Pierce. And again, I'm going to ask, because I don't hear anything about Kerry Carpenter anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm terrified. He'll calm me down a little bit. Then we'll switch gears on that. Let me tell you about Planet Fitness, everybody. Was just there this morning, as a matter of fact, as I am most mornings. Planet Fitness, the very best gym in the gym game. I'm a Black Card member. It's just $24.99 a month. That's all in. I mean, plus your taxes or whatever. But $24.99 a month, you're all in. You basically own Planet Fitness. You can go to any one of the 50 Metro Detroit locations, any one of the 2,600 plus around the world as well. And they've got you covered no matter how you want it. Cardio, covered. Spenny, what are we on tonight in the weight world?
Shoulders,
Spenny, covered. However you want to do it. They got a stretch zone on there as well. It's all there for you, man. It's the best deal in American consumerism. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
This summer, Dispo Dispensary is turning up the heat with amazing giveaways and exclusive offers. Enter for a chance to win a signed football jersey and helmet from your favorite sports team. The Lions, duh. Screenshot this image with the QR code, bring it into one of their locations, get scanned, and you'll get $10 in store, free to spend. This will automatically qualify you for the giveaway. Dispo Dispensary, visit today, disposhops.com.
All right, keeping it pushing. Back your Big D Energy Woodward Sports Network. It is time for our Injury Insider. That is right. Dr. Jeff Pierce from the Michigan Sports and Spine Center. He has brought a guest here today as well. But Dr. Pierce, appreciate you joining us as you always do. Also like to welcome in Tara Thiel. She's a vice president of business development for Meta Lodge. More on them in just a second. But Dr. Pierce, as always, good to talk with you. And before we talk to Tara, calm me down on this. I told you it was coming before. I saw you walk in the door. Kerry Carpenter, fractured lumbar. He'll be out 3 weeks, 4 weeks. There's been a setback. We'll tell you about it later. I don't like what I'm hearing. Calm me down a little bit here. You did the first time. Calm me down again.
Yeah, like I said before, I needed to know the details. And because it's going out further, maybe the secret sauce, so they haven't given the secret sauce that we always refer to, is that he's having complications, which means he still has that instability. Because it's his spine, he's got all that rotational stuff. I mean, if he's feeling a tweak, it's not worth this time of the season to bring him back prematurely. So he's got to be coming back 100%. It's zero pain 100%. Normally, I'll say zero pain 90%. With this part of the season, I think we're at all-star break here. We're midway. He's going to make a difference for the run. So I think I want to be that they're being overly cautious.
Okay.
And making sure we don't need to rush this. There's no reason to rush it. It's not like we're fighting for playoffs. They're doing pretty well right now. They're actually got a good run going. So there's, it's kind of like what's his face in Boston. We're doing okay without you. Keep sitting down.
Okay. All right, Doc.
But I would like to see him get some secret sauce. I mean, I love the biologics for stuff like this. Some of it for the mainstream guys, they don't see it. They got to kind of go in the back room to get it sometimes.
Okay. All right. I'll defer to you on this. You are the injury insider, so I'm calmed down a little bit more. No, but you did bring a guest here, as we said. Tara Thiel here is the Vice President of Business Development for Meta Lodge. And Doc, look, I was on the golf course yesterday playing with a good buddy of mine, Tony Paul from the Detroit News, and I was lamenting the fact that, speaking of spine and twisting and all that kind of stuff, I can't quite do that like I used to. And we got in a discussion about getting older and things like that. And, that whole process, through medicine obviously has changed, but there's another side of that whole prospect that people talk about, long-term care and what happens, as you kind of get towards the end of the road. I'm fascinated to have this discussion today. Tell us a little more about Tara and why she's here.
So Tara's here. We're working with, Michigan Sports and Spine has multiple things. People knows me as Doc Rock or the Injury Insider and stuff like that. We have a whole nother side of our company that I felt from a personal level needs to elevate, right? So in subacute, post-acute care, nursing home, whatever we're calling it, we're leaving the hospital, our loved ones leaving the hospital, and they have to go to like a nursing home. The theory of going to the nursing home and passing away and being done is long gone. Some people still have that mental picture, but the elevation of the care from a rehab standpoint, when you see the facilities, they now say skilled facilities with rehabilitation, meaning people are going there to rehab to go back home. I make fun of my old players. I'm old enough to
there may be one here, right?
No. See, I'm different because I'm special because I'm like Benjamin Button, and
he's getting younger as we go.
The story back to where we're talking stem cells and whatever. I put those puppies away 10 years ago with you, so I'm only going to get better. It's for the rest of them that aren't on the doc program, but it's great to hear because I was going to say, Drapes is getting up there, and
he was scared to get that needle.
Oh, yeah, petrified.
He will not.
Petrified.
Well, we can talk about that later. But really, the real subject and the reason I wanted Tara because she is Vice President of Business Development. So she's seen the changes. She's elevated in her career. She oversees multiple states. But the change is different. Like we're moving in Ohio and Tennessee. We work well together in Michigan. But it's that care that we have to guarantee the person. When you leave the hospital, you have choices now. The insurance, I won't get on my soapbox, but they're forcing the issue prematurely out of the hospital. So it means you got to choose to go home, go to inpatient rehab, or go to a subacute, post-acute care. Majority of these people are getting pushed into post-acute care prematurely, so that's forcing the Medi-Lodge group or all the nursing homes to elevate their care to care for these people because they get penalized if they get readmitted to the hospital because they're prematurely discharged, which is the case more than we want to see. So they've come together and working with multiple specialists, not just rehab. So to give us a little idea, they're now the largest provider in the state of Michigan.
We are. We have 51 locations throughout the state, amongst some other management agreements where we're supporting other providers that may not necessarily be called Medi-Lodge per se. So at this point, about one out of every 4 skilled nursing facilities we're supporting. And I partner with Dr. Pierce and some others because like you mentioned, the industry's just changed drastically. I've been doing this for about 15 years, and it was a whole nother, way of doing things 15 years ago, even 7-8 years ago, just pre-COVID. And then COVID kind of really brought a lot of challenges and a lot of, I think myths as well about who we are and what we do. And so Dr. Pierce and I and other physician providers out there who know the importance of a good 2 to 3 week, just aggressive therapy post a stroke, post an injury, post, an illness, what we can do to get folks back to healthy home level.
And the thing is, when we work together like that, we're fighting the insurance company. Like
every second of the day. Yeah.
15 years ago, we would have a stay, just to give you a clean example, in the nursing home up to 40 to 60 to 90 days being paid. Now it's down to 17 days. We're not that much better. There's not that much secret sauce. So when we have someone that we work with on the same page, like Medilodge is pro-patient. We're all advocates for the patient. What's better for functional outcome? We're always talking, like functional outcome you'll hear a ton of. And we fight with the nurse, with the insurance company for the nursing home to provide that extra care. So by having rehab and other like cardiology, wound care, you have to have every specialty that you have in the hospital. So a lot of the nursing homes are fighting to work as a mini hospital within that range. And Medilodge, there are bigger pictures, so they can do things like from a big corporate standpoint to bring in specialists like me to help their whole corporate model. So when you're out there deciding for your loved one, Medilodge is a great choice. You need to go visit it. I'm educating the nursing homes on how to promote themselves. A lot of them didn't have websites. They don't, they realized all they would get was negative feedback, so their ratings would go down. All that's changed now just in the last 3 years. You guys are much more aware of what the social media is saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's why we're here today.
Speaking of that in the chat right now, the insurance companies are taking some shots right now in the chat. There is no doubt about that. But my main question is, because before you walked in this door, I had no idea that this industry had gone in that direction. And Dr. Pierce, look, this is going to sound cold, but this is, to me, it was still exactly what you said, where you get into your post-care, you go into the home. You go into the home and you just wait for nature to run its course.
I think you and majority of anyone else.
I'm just being honest.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm stunned. What brought this about? What brought this change in perspective in that whole industry about? Because I am fascinated. And again, my parents are getting older and stuff like that. Like, it's on the horizon. I'm just being real with it. So what brought that whole change in philosophy?
I think that for us, Medilodge, at least in our philosophy on it, is we put our resident, or our patient at the center of every decision we make. And I think it's important. We have to have folks like myself who, I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate for my residents. I'm an advocate for patients that just need that post-acute care.
That's what it all comes back to every time.
Yeah, absolutely. Or who may need long-term care with us. That's great too, that we do that. But I think we have to advocate for all that we do and make sure that, our society sees the positive and not just the negative, because generally that's what they see and what holds true if we're not out there advocating.
Yeah, and they're under struggles too. Right? There's cuts everywhere. You keep hearing about Medicare cuts, or, Medicare's not paying, or what are we going to do? We're going to run out of money. Their dollar amount, what they have to do now with the amount of people, like especially COVID, like nursing homes are getting a lot of bad press right now because, look at the ratios of people. Well, nobody wants to work anymore. They don't want those ratios, but Medilodge has a reputation that people like to work for them. So their ratios are a little bit better. But some of these nursing homes, like I defend the nursing home, you get the state walking in, well, you didn't have enough people. Well, we can't hire enough people because someone gave away all this money for these people to stay home. So people don't want to work and do this type of thing. So it's a double-edged sword that we need to find a common ground. And by working together and communicating, having a common goal, like I say, we're all in the same canoe going upstream, but we're all together pushing, we're getting a much better result. And who's most important? Like, everything I've done, like when I teach my residents or my fellows or my medical students, I'm like, you do good medicine, everything's going to happen, right? You do what's right for the patient, everything's going to work out at the end of the day. You hear all these horror stories that get into the press, but you don't hear the heroes of really the woman that, falls out of bed or had a stroke, the people that are involved in it. You have a severe stroke and you get 14 days from an insurance company. who's the cold one here? I mean, I can't get.
No, I know.
Going there.
Hey, you're playing to the crowd though. No, you're absolutely playing to the crowd.
But to your point, Medilodge was Employer of the Year voted through Michigan Works this year as well. So we make sure that we're putting everything back into the care of the resident at the bedside with our staff. Any equipment they need. We have ventilator care units for those types of patients coming off of severe respiratory illnesses and that sort of thing. So, and working with cardiologists, pulmonologists, Dr. Pierce and his team, we have a lot more resources working together.
We need a lot more resources.
We need more.
But I think it really goes back to philosophy. It's being pushed out of that hospital quickly. I mean, when I was in the hospital, before some of you were born, but we had everything. You were there for days. We did, oh my God, I forgot the Red Wing. I took care of him. He had his stroke, and basically we had him there for 30, 40 days. Now we get called at day 7, the progress. Are they making progress? I mean, it's like the paperwork and the defense you have to do is taking away from patient care. I mean, I want to do a show like just about that, like how the system's broken, the suggestions we need to fix it. But right now, I mean, they have a very good system. So they're a larger company that can bring in better technology, better accountings of what's going on to give these insurance companies to push back. And now teaming up with our system, we push back because we speak the same language and we speak it better than them, than that that person that's working hourly. You didn't fill out all the boxes, therefore they have to be leaving. And the burden's on the family. I don't like culturally, there's certain cultures that want to bring in the family, but that disrupts, your kids going to sports and, we got to take, there's just I'll peel back and shut up.
All right, Dr. Pierce here, as always, our injury insider every Tuesday. Brought along a special guest. It is Tara Thiel. She's the vice president of Medilodge, our vice president of business development for Medilodge. So Tara, I guess before we ride out here, where can people find out more, I guess is the question, because I'll tell you this again. Sure. I did not know before you walked in this door today. It is something I think that I would have to do due diligence on if I'm ever in that situation, for sure, 100%. Where can we find out more info?
That means I'm doing my job,
100%.
Just creating awareness and bringing the positive to what we do and how we can help you and your loved ones. And so medilodge.com is the best way. It's got all of our locations. We have a blog about who we are, what we do, the different services, and that sort of thing. So we have social media pages, Facebook, Instagram. Like you mentioned, everybody's got to be out there. So medilodge.com would be the best way.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. Anything else you need? Yeah.
No, I think this is good discussion. I appreciate it.
No, absolutely. I can tell with you, like it's organic. Like again, you talked about advocate. People that are sick need advocates, and it's unfortunate that that's what it is right now, but that is what it is right now.
It is, and I think, I grew up taking care of my grandparents and my parents and all of that, and just need more folks like myself and Dr. Pierce and others in between to continue to advocate and show what we're able to do.
So when Darren is ready, he'll have a clean shot into the right place.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, do you put him through a table again? I
put a guy through a table last night. I didn't go through the table. So
when's the last time you went through a table, D-Mac?
It's been a while. As far as you know.
See, that's education. I told him these are the things we got to cut out.
Yeah. There you go. See, he listens.
But it goes down to don't tell me what, tell me who. And you have to go out. And it's unfortunately, like anything else, there are bad in this world, but they're also good. And the thing is teaming up together, like Doc said, the compassionate ones. So do your due diligence. And unfortunately, if you're in a situation or family members that aren't in the optimal situation, then reach out to Medilodge or so you got to do your due diligence, because you brought up a spectacular point. We joke a lot about, us and our age and the wings and stuff, but our parents. I mean, that's where we're at it right now is like my mom's 75 and these are the questions. So whether it's if something happens, where do you go for the post care or what's the next transition? Because it's not the end, right? It's
That's
not
right.
the death sentence. It's not the end. It's actually just to enhance. And then I just think the way that medication is, and it's got to start for the compassion. So not just talking about it, then being about it, but if you're out there, go do your due diligence.
That's right. And there's people like me out there who have lived and breathed this their whole life. It's all I know. I can come and talk sports and I'll listen and listen. I probably won't be great, but this is my passion, what I do and what I know. And there's lots of people like me out there that will help you and your loved ones through the process with support and help you out. So
it shows. It shows when you talk, and appreciate you guys stopping by. Thanks, Dr. Pierce, for setting it up.
All right.
We'll talk again.
We'll talk more about your Tigers later.
Yeah. We certainly will. No question about it. Tell them about Swiss Insurance, D-Mac.
Absolutely. Now, more than ever, it is critical for you to have your insurance reviewed. How do you do that? You go to Swiss Insurance, of course, carrier, to make sure that your insurance isn't slipping in extra fees. We just heard. Doc told us to try to do that stuff. So call my buddy Mark, Swiss Insurance today, 313-530-1698, or go to SwissINS.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down. Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
To any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? Well, you expand and offer more products to more people. Exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service customers have come to know and trust. Woodward Ave, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today. LesStanford.com, Les Stanford Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
All right, everybody, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG. Jesus in the building. Spencer Raxter, all of you.
Hello.
As well. Hello. Happy to have you guys all with us. I did want to talk some Detroit Lions. And by the way, too, we're getting into the vacay season. I'll be doing my family vacay coming up at the beginning of August. When we get back from that,
all Lions,
it's time to drop the hammer,
You're
everybody.
damn right.
It is time to drop the hammer. And even just saying that, I
know, right?
We're there. We are there. Everything gets rolling very, very soon. Jump into that Woodward Sports chat thread and get your reactions up there. Ron K, what's B6? Well, let me tell you. For those of you that don't know.
What?
Spencer Raxter has ceased being Spencer Raxter.
It's true.
He is now Broadcaster 6 from Netflix fame. For any of you that have watched the documentary Receiver on Netflix, Spencer Raxter plays a pivotal role. Spencer Raxter, probably just as big of a part as George Kittle or Amon-Ra St. Brown, if you really think about it. Because he set the mood. He set the tone.
It's true.
He kept it real. So our very own Spencer Raxter. Have we had any movement with the IMBD page?
No, I haven't. No.
Anybody that's out there right now, if you could advise us, we feel as though we need to create an IMBD page for Spencer Raxter.
Absolutely.
Crediting his appearance in Receiver and Netflix.
Yeah.
So if anybody has any leads on that, he's in.
And at the Nuts and Butts party, but
Yep.
How was that, by the way,
Busting
Spenny?
nuts and eating butts.
Yeah.
Great party.
Was it one of the better ones you've been to?
It was, yeah.
Did it live up to the expectations?
It did, for sure.
Okay, great talk. That's all I want to know. Yeah. But anyway, speaking of the Detroit Lions, something very, very cool. And D-Mac, I know you're down. There's pretty much not a person that is not down. Calvin Johnson will be inducted into the Pride of the Lions, the circle. I guess you call it their circle, Ring of Honor. I guess you could say that will happen during the Buccaneers game in Week 2, I believe.
Seahawks. September 30th. September 30th.
That's a Monday night game, right?
It is. Yep.
Even better.
You damn right.
Even better.
It was super dope. They announced it in front of all of us at the golf outing. It was super cool.
Mike Disner was there. It was nice.
That's very, very cool. Certainly well received. Certainly, obviously earned. And it's fitting because when you're one of the best wide receivers in the history of the NFL, you're one of the best players in the history of the Lions. Like, you just are.
Automatically.
And he's a friend of Woodward, certainly.
Yes.
Not that matters. His resume stands on its own. And props to Calvin Johnson, D-Mac. I know he's a buddy of yours.
Yeah, absolutely. So well-deserved. Could go to a greater guy. And, it's just one of the things is that giving back to the love of the community in different ways, with the golf tournament, with the whole weekend, with the football camps and stuff like this. And it's funny because it's talking to Calvin, says that he takes a siblings trip after this weekend each year down in Florida just to regroup and stuff like this. But you could tell he's just such a great guy, appreciative guy, and obviously the talent stands out for itself. But anytime, whatever it is, this is where we're at right now, and the fact that this regime and led by Sheila, this is culture. And he's a huge part of it. And so I love the fact that the way that whatever else reparation between Calvin, because we knew there was, some sticky stuff with money and stuff like that, but they seem to got over it. And now I know he's so excited. And he was choked up by it. They sort of threw it on him before at the beginning of the golf tournament yesterday, and he had to take a minute to compose himself. So that's just because it's all about you guys out there. When those things like that in the arena go up, it's all about the fans, and you could tell that he was affected by it. And he sees you back because he's a man of action. That's why he's involved in the community.
It's always something to me, D-Mac, too, when you see that kind of reaction for a guy who is one of the greatest to ever do what he did, who's seen it all, right? Who's been through it all, who's performed at the highest level at Georgia Tech. I remember watching their bowl game that they played in the Gator Bowl again. I believe they were playing West Virginia, and they were just throwing the football up in the air, and he was just jumping over dudes.
Man amongst boys.
Yeah. I mean, he was absolutely silly out there. And then obviously did the exact same thing in the NFL. And obviously in traveling a lot, when you're in airports or you meet people when you're in different places and the conversation turns to the Lions, him and Barry Sanders, I will always die on the hill and say, I know what I saw.
Yeah.
I know what I saw.
Big fact.
Those were two dudes that are two of the greatest players in the history of their position. Now, as always, when you get down to it, and people always want to go granular and talk about Super Bowls and all that kind of stuff, I do exclude that, and maybe it's because I have to because I'm a Lions fan or whatever. Right. I don't know. I know what I saw, and a case can be made because these conversations always are up to the flavor of the person that's talking at the time, right? Like, some people say Randy Moss was the best ever. Some people say Jerry Rice was the best ever. I still say that pound for pound, in terms of getting somebody the football, them catching it, and being impossible to deal with, to me, Calvin Johnson is as good as any other player in the history of the NFL at the wide receiver spot.
Absolutely.
Physically imposed. The speed with the size. We will never see that again as Lions fans. We will never see what we saw with Calvin Johnson.
He's a unicorn. You're just both of them unicorns.
Like it is. It's just, to me, I'm so happy to see that the Lions are doing this and they're not messing around and they're doing it right away.
They cleaned up, man.
They cleaned up quick.
Remember, he did not mention the Lions at all during this Hall of Fame speech. And we went from that to where we are now. Lions PR swarming that event, making sure they filmed that, man. It's just good to see him back around the team because, like D-Mac said, it's just culture, man. He's a big part of the culture going forward.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Real Cream of Wheat. Megatron was a first ballot Hall of Famer. That says something. No doubt. Let's go Red Wing Sparty. Calvin and Barry have been framed as quitters, but at least they didn't go somewhere else and try to win. They are the Detroit Lions. And Sparty, that's been my thing about Barry, and that will always be my thing about Calvin. They just retired. They weren't Emmitt Smith going to play for the Arizona Cardinals or any dumb shit like that. They retired and they were done. They were done playing football. They don't owe me anything. They don't owe you anything. They don't owe anybody anything. They played. They were done playing. It was over. Yeah. That's it. Man didn't want to play football anymore.
All right.
Like, I know, and Rhett Sparty, like, I know you're not saying that, but that shit gets me triggered, dude.
Yeah.
It does. Because if my mailman retires, I don't say, oh, man, I wish you were still there delivering the mail. No, you've put your time in.
Shout out Pops.
Yeah. If you're Danny Rackster didn't owe anybody anything.
28 years.
Sheesh.
Didn't owe anybody anything.
Yep.
And when he retired, he was done being a mailman.
Yeah, he doesn't do shit now.
Well, perfect.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to.
God
He
bless
deserves
him.
it.
He's living the life.
He put his time in.
That is my goal in life, is to be retired.
Yeah. And guess what? He drinks scotch.
He walks the dog now.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
That man's walked enough in his life.
Hell yeah, he is.
Yeah, he deserved it.
He can drink all the scotch he wants.
I was so happy for it. It was so funny when he first retired because he like couldn't sleep. Like he was still waking up at like 6 a.m. every day. I was like, man, that's gotta suck.
Yeah.
But no, he's living life now.
We got a question for you, D-Mac, from Easy. D-Mac, who had more aura around after being around both of them, Calvin or Randy Moss?
That's tough.
Calvin. Like it's different, but Randy Moss doesn't carry him. Randy Moss, and I was talking to him yesterday or whatever. He didn't come off, like anything other than just a normal dude, like just a regular dude. That's how he's at. Like Calvin, and I think it's from being around or whatever. But Calvin's presence and his size. Right, like you look at Randy Moss and Calvin beside each other. There's a distinct difference.
There's a difference. Those are two different men.
Which gives you props to Randy Moss for how great of a receiver in the era that he was. So, and I think in the presence too, it's the size that overwhelms you of Calvin. And then when you shake his hand, and it's like, oh my God, no wonder you just swipe footballs because the hand's massive. So. But that's also saying with default I haven't been around Randy Moss other than a couple minutes,
Right. Let's go Red Wings Sparty. Danny Rackster didn't go to FedEx and cheat on us. He went out of the United States Postal Service like a man.
It's true.
Like a man.
He was done.
That's it.
He didn't go work for UPS or some dumb shit place like that. like Emmitt Smith. Never forget, Emmitt Smith played for the Arizona Cardinals.
He did.
That happened. I saw it.
It was horrible.
So never forget that.
Yeah.
They were done playing football, and they went out as men. They gave everything they had. Yeah. We leave it at that. So props to Calvin Johnson, and yes, props to the Detroit Lions. I still want that Primitive Brands T-shirt, by the way, D-Mac. You got to come through on that.
I want some of that Primitive Brand.
You're right.
Yeah, he wants a different part. I want a Primitive Brand T-shirt. Spenny wants actual Primitive Brand.
I like some of that Primitive Brand.
No, I want that D-Mac brand.
The topical, actually, the Primitive topical with the nano and stuff, it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So, I'll hook you up.
Real cream of wheat, DHL. You didn't see Danny Rackster working at broke-ass DHL with them ugly vans?
They couldn't afford him.
Brown.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
DHL is horrible.
Come on. You didn't see him out there doing that stuff. I love it, man. Man, retired. A real cream of wheat. I'm never retiring. These bills just keep going up.
Yeah, our generation will never be able to retire.
Yeah. We're going to be working until we're 100.
No, work until we 100.
Or you're working until there's a revolution.
Or that, right, a civil war.
Yeah.
Which might be on the way.
I went past a break. So let me tell you about the morning show. That's right. Hey, Broder will be on there. He's got the Tigers flag telling you about how Tarek Skubal was robbed and the Tigers are a charter organization.
It wasn't that bad.
Broder out there carrying the water for the Tigers. He has
it right.
Don't worry. Parker Meadows will be back, and he'll tell you about it. You got Kool-Aid out there doing man's work at the Summer League, covering the Summer League in Vegas.
Credentialed Detroit sports media person out there at this moment.
Does Broder know that the Japanese baseball All-Star game has a bunting competition?
Oh,
Go check in.
Yeah, he wants it that way. And of course, Flannel Sam is Flannel Sam. But
Big
KG's
bucks.
out there, JB Smoove. Every show needs a legend, and JB Smoove is the legend on the morning show. 8 to 10 a.m. right here on Woodward Sports Network. We are Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today. Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
What's up, everybody? Make sure you catch our Injury Insider. That's right, Dr. Jeff Pierce, the Michigan Sports and Spine Center, every Tuesday right here on Big D Energy. Every Thursday with Ermanni and Edwards as well. We discuss sports injuries, talk about real life a little bit as well, as you just saw. But again, our Injury Insider, Dr. Jeff Pierce, right here on the Woodward Sports Network. All right, keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Spencer Raxter here in the building. Also, we have Juzus, and all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. We have breaking morning show news. Broder calling KG a snitch.
Am I a snitch?
You tell me. He's the one that said this stuff.
I've defended Broder. I said it wasn't that bad. It wasn't like slappied out, but like I said, people have a right to feel away if Scuba didn't get the start.
Did he have the Tigers flag out, though?
He did not have the flag out.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know.
He wasn't set tripping today.
Powerneck.
Powerneck is in the building. Powerneck, I ain't seen you in a minute, big bro.
It's good to be here, man. It's been a while. Hey, it's good to be here, man.
You've just been working out and lifting, right, the whole time?
Honestly, I had to get a little epidural shot in my back, so I had a sciatica nerve. So,
yeah,
I'm good though. I'm back working out this week. We're good.
Okay.
So a little deload week. Take the week off. So been going since May. So we're back and going though.
Do you adjust the eating regimen when your activity has been ceased? Do you come down for, were you at 6,000 calories a day? What was it?
Yeah, it was 6,000. Probably a little bit. It's probably down to like 5,000 because you're not burning as many. So yeah, no. It was,
I don't know. You had 2 big ass beef patties yesterday. And a sausage. You went player. Pause.
I got so much respect for you, Powerneck. I can't eat that much, and I wish I could so I could actually gain some weight.
FJ 1967. I start 42 years at my job tomorrow. Shout out, FJ 1967.
What's up, man?
Megan Hinn says, FJ 1967 in OG. John effing Lord. Is Powerneck in the new NCAA game?
I am not. I missed out by 1 year.
You're not in Legends mode or anything like that?
I'm not in Legends
Eastern
mode.
Michigan's Legend? All right, so here's what we got to do.
Yeah.
We got to create the Neil Rule mod only for San Jose State home games. We can just AI that. Yeah. I think we could. Yeah. And then we need Powerneck on there as well.
Powerneck, was there a thought, like genuinely, like even a remote thought, that you should go back to school just so you could be in the video game?
I mean, a little bit, man. I used to play that game.
I was about to say, there's never been cap.
Yep.
I can't lie. It's hard to beat that game.
Hey,
man.
no, shout out for you for being honest, and I'm genuinely, truly sorry you're not in the game because that would kill me inside.
The Power Neck and Golden Voice pack, DLC pack. I'm looking forward to that one.
I need it. I need that mod desperately.
Oh, yeah, that is good. Woodward Sports chat thread. Mike O. The neck guy is just all right with me. So he's saying we good, but we're not good.
Right,
good.
we ain't good.
Michael loves that line
show.
on me.
Yeah, he says that every show, man. I don't know what you did to piss him off, Power Neck, but you're just fine with him.
Absolutely. Lorena Rios, how much is Power Neck getting in name, image, and likeness? Well, you're moved on. You're preparing for your pro career.
That is correct. So I'll have a pro day in March, and then have some workouts with some individual NFL teams, and so getting that stuff scheduled and things. But yeah, man, there'll be more to it.
People want to know. DMAC gets an Ask Jesus part of it, I guess. Megan, Jesus, can you smack down a Lunchable? Jesus can eat a whole Lunchable?
Yeah, I can eat a Lunchable.
What's your favorite?
I'm talking 6,000. We're talking 6,000 calories here, people. We're not talking just normal breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My favorite one is the pizza one, though.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it because it has a cookie?
Gross. Gross.
I've always struggled with
turkey.
those.
I like the turkey.
Yeah.
Turkey cheese.
Turkey's fine. The pizza one I've always struggled with just looking at.
They had me at Capri Sun, too.
Yeah.
That is a DMAC staple.
The Capri Sun is an elite piece of the Lunchable. If it didn't have the Capri Sun, it goes down in the rankings for
significantly, yes.
DNC ENT, let's put Power Neck next to Jack Campbell and we can win a Super Bowl. DMAC, what do you think about linebacker core, Jack Campbell and Power Neck?
I'd like to see it.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Might have to
Bring
see
him
it.
home.
Might have to see it training camp. Let's go.
So next year's draft, right, Power Neck?
Next year's draft, so the goal would be in training camp next year.
Bring him home. We're gonna start the movement.
You damn right.
Bring him home. Let's go.
We are. We're gonna start the movement. Wilson won. Pizza was definitely the most disgusting. Let's go Red Wings party. I could see Jesus nibbling on a string cheese for lunch. But do you think Jesus would be the one that rips it in the little pieces too?
Sure.
I am 100%. I don't lie.
Yeah.
I do.
How many rips can I get out of the string?
All right, not like that. Not like that. I mean, it's weird. I mean, that doesn't feel like a food item that you just go and just take a big hunk out of and eat it straight up. Just saying. The string cheese method is the method when you're eating that type of cheese.
Yeah. No, I don't do it that way. I just kind of like take a bite of it.
Yeah, because you're a man.
It's a cheese stick. Yeah. A grown-ass man.
You a grown-ass man.
With a family.
Right.
And bills.
You got kids.
And a house and car.
Two furnaces.
Two furnaces to provide for.
Got time to be ripping no cheese.
Yeah.
You can't rip any cheese because you're too busy switching the furnaces.
Yeah,
so.
100%. Rando Small, 72-ounce steak challenge with all the sides. Only been twice in 10 minutes or less. One was a 700-pound lion, and the rest was the other one was an MLB pitcher. 72 ounces and all the sides, 10 minutes. Can you do it, Power Neck?
Oh.
In 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
How much time do I have to prepare for
10
that?
minutes. Why not just finish it?
You're right. I might just eat it in one
It's enough of a
bite.
challenge.
You could eat a 70, not in 10 minutes. You could eat a 72-ounce steak with all the sides and everything, right?
Yeah, we could get that done. No doubt. Yeah.
Okay, just the
10
10
minutes or
thing's
less
aggressive.
would be aggressive.
Yeah, that's wild.
Okay. But yeah, so all right, let's do this. Let's get the break back on the clock. I do want to discuss just this quick Pistons thing real quick because Summer League, they're 2 games in. You know, I just want to know where everybody's at with it.
All right.
That's it. That didn't sound too positive there, KG.
No, I'm encouraged. I'm interested to see what you're gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah, haven't you noticed? That was Kenny's, oh shit, what's Neil got on this one?
Exactly.
Other than your opinion. I got it. I felt that.
All right, let me talk to you about Mark White. Dreaming of a new home but feeling the financial pinch? With Mark White's and Associates, your trusted real estate experts are here to help. Mark White and his team will pay up to $5,000 of your closing costs. $5,000. To quote Axel Foley, read my lips, $5,000. That's right, I said $5,000. Call Mark White and Associates today, 248-290-8242, or visit them at markwhitesells.com. Again, Mark White, Call them today, 248-290-8242, or go to the website, markwhitesells.com.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men and claim your throne for a king's treatment from one of our talented stylists. Open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Just get to a Lady Jane's today and receive a precision haircut, scalp massage, hot lather neck shave, and a hot towel treatment. A haircut should not be a chore. It should be an experience. And that's exactly what Lady Jane's has to offer. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. There's always a location near you. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Dealing with divorce, child custody, visitation, or other family law issues, Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law in Birmingham will have your back. Guys, this is serious right now. Some of you are losing sleep over this very stuff. This is the ultimate stakes, everybody. Get the people with over 10 years of experience. Get the people that have 24/7 availability. The bottom line is this. Get the people that are going to be in the fight for you, and that's KDK Law. Scan the QR code on your screen. Say Woodward Sports sent you. KDK will pay your filing fee. KDK Law, they've got your back. No, don't let it happen.
The one you got from Feldman, don't let her take that Corvette.
Come on now. Woodward Sports Network, Big D Energy, Neil Rule, D-Mac, KG, Power Neck. We got a full staff in here. Man, it's almost like the bottom line in here.
Yeah, man. You're moving up in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. It is. It's almost like that. D-Mac, I'm not going to ask you about NBA Summer League because that's not your lane. So instead, D-Mac, I do want to tap in. Have we had comms with Kool-Aid, KG?
Yes, he was on the morning show this morning.
From Vegas?
Yes, sir. V mixed in.
That's like 5 a.m. out there.
He don't care. He be up working, man. He did the back wall graphics too, man. He don't stop working.
Okay. I missed that segment.
Yeah.
I know it's been a struggle for Sasser.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah.
A big struggle.
Personally, I'm a little concerned about that. But
let's be real.
Yeah.
The numbers are the numbers. KG, what did bring me up to speed? What did Kool-Aid say?
Well, he talked about Bobby Klintman, of course. He's been kind of the star. It appears that way, man. He's real smooth at the 3-point. He passes the ball very well, sees the floor well. I think he's been the star of the summer league so far. And also, he also brought up what was his name? Jenkins. I can't remember his first name.
Dennis Jenkins.
Yeah, Dennis. He said it's pronounced Dennis. Dennis
really?
Jenkins. A lot of people don't know that he's already has a contract with the Pistons. He's locked in. He said that's a name that people should probably familiarize themselves with. Of course, he had a good game the last game too, and he just wants to see more from Ryan Holland. He only played the first summer league game. Field goal percentages was kind of all over the place, but he just wants to see him be more aggressive and kind of lean on the things that got him drafted in the first place.
Okay, let's go Red Wing Sparty. So don't let her take that protein powder from you, Power Neck.
Right,
KDK Law, Power Neck, if it ever goes down like that. I don't know, D-Mac. Look, you're not going to determine an NBA future in the Summer League game. I think that's been proven time and time again. I will say this, and this is me talking, all right? What I did like about Bobby Klintman and what I think his role is in the NBA, it was the play that popped me was not even a play he scored on.
Mm-hmm.
It was a play where he had a little duck in from the corner, took a defender with him. Pistons got a wide open three in the corner.
Yeah. He's a good passer.
He ducked in. Guy occupied his previously vacated spot. They had a wide ball. I don't even remember if the three was made.
So wait a second, Neil. Are you saying something maybe added to that we didn't see last year, or something that could add to this team? I mean, I know we're starting sort of at ground zero with a couple pieces, but you saw something that could add to this team with where they're at this point in the organization. So that's all you want in summer league, exhibition skates, stuff like that. Is there something, whatever it is? And usually it has nothing to do with putting buckets in the basket. It's all the little foundational things. So I'm sure Bickerstaff and Trajan Langdon, all these guys are noticing this, and it's probably one of the reasons when you talk to him is why they drafted him.
Yeah,
no doubt.
They moved up to get him.
And they did, and that's what I liked about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a dork more than most.
And you know what it is? I'll tell you what you liked about it. You like the basketball IQ. That's what it is, right? Which has been lacking, for lack of a better term. So,
D-Mac, the reason I like that is because when I watch the NBA playoffs and all these teams that win championships, and the Celtics got guys that do it, the Nuggets got guys that do it, the Timberwolves got guys that do it, that's how you win. It's not how you get on SportsCenter. It's not what you talk about.
For lack of a better term, and I'm not saying because people will lose this, but we always bring up Drew Holiday. He just collects rings or whatever, but he does the little thing. It's just a little things guy, and that's what you got to start at the foundation, no matter what it is. If it's a baseball, we say he's a ball player.
Right.
If he's got hockey sense. Well, it's a basketball player, so that's good, and that's what you like, and that's all you should take and go. Okay, I'm going to pay attention because there might be something here.
And he appears to have a skill that he can automatically come in and contribute to this team, which is his 3-point shooting. He seems very comfortable. I think he's over 50% from three across 2 games so far. So he looks comfortable hitting that NBA 3, and that's something that the Pistons absolutely need.
And if you can get a guy, and just bottom line this, right? If you can get a guy in the second round that plays, that's a spark.
Here, stop.
No, for real.
You're right.
Stop.
For real.
Stop.
No,
stop.
that's real.
Anything else is a bonus in the second round.
No, seriously.
But that's how you take a leap.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying the Pistons are back, 51 wins loaded.
No.
I'm not saying that. This is how you do it though in this league.
Yeah.
Again,
and
Nikola Jokic was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial.
He was.
Second round draft. If you hit second rounders, you win. How were the Warriors made?
Yeah.
The Warriors were made by hitting draft picks.
That's true.
That's it. That's all these sports, that's all they are now.
Yeah. And they may think they're on to something. I think they signed him to a 4-year deal. I think they secured him in a 4-year deal. So they obviously see something in this kid. So,
and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, again, guys, I'm being real with you, man. I'm not saying it's solved. I'm not saying the bad boys are back. I'm saying that is what I took out of it. That one particular play where he didn't even score. That's enough for me. I'm cool. I'm cool with Bobby Clinton, man. Yeah. I'm cool. You showed me that. And that's what I'm looking for because that's how teams win games.
Perfect.
I think the other thing, too, is you're seeing guys move without the basketball, right? Yeah. And that's something that's encouraging in the Pistons offense because that was something we didn't really see a whole lot last year. We saw a lot of iso ball, a lot of set plays, but, you're seeing now guys being able to create their own offense, and that's why I think he'll be a really nice fit within this system. So I think it was a good pick as well.
Real cream of wheat. It was a pretty good Taco Bell commercial, though. It was a quesarito commercial, if memory serves.
Right. Shout out to quesaritos, man.
D-Mac.
Bring them back.
You remember the quesaritos?
Hell, what are you talking about, bro?
That was a great
Bring
time.
them home.
Right.
Bring it home.
That was a great time in Taco Bell history, man.
Like,
how many quesaritos could you pound in one sitting there, Power Neck? We should. Oh, I just got it. We need a Spenny Power Neck, like little
matchup
food challenge.
Flannel called me out, I guess, to a pizza.
Get out of
And
here.
he still ain't answered that.
No. Power Neck, I'm going to say something here. And I'm saying it with all due respect, which means that I pretty much get to say whatever I want. As long as I started with all due respect.
Which means no respect.
Which means no respect is loading right now.
No offense.
Whatsoever. Look, I want the Lions to bring you home next year. I do. I want the Lions to bring you home. But not as much as I want Taco Bell to bring the quesarito home. Bring it home, Taco Bell.
That's fair, man.
They dropped rice in that thing.
They did. It was good.
Bring it back.
Come on. Power Neck, you're still number one in my book, buddy. I can pass that. I'll go with the Gordita Crunch.
Well,
appreciate it, D-Mac.
Yeah, all right, there you go. Sorry, hey. Power Neck, this is our first bump in the road in our relationship. But you like the quesarito too. Come on now.
It was pretty good.
So,
Man.
there you go.
The next morning was rough, though. I won't lie.
Well, I mean, that's part of the package.
Yeah, that's just Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a
good,
Drew.
good.
I'd rather have a Drew Aller downfall, and then the quesarito coming back.
I'd rather have a Jamie Benn downfall. That's
Hey.
what I'd rather have.
that's-
Oh, wait, it's already starting. Starting in front of our eyes.
Hey, y'all ain't good, but y'all good, man.
Officially?
Joe Pavelski retired, huh?
Hey,
Pavelski
American
almost
legend right
won
there.
The Tahoe Invitational. Marty Fish won it again. But
Marty Fish did win.
Pavelski
That's one of my favorite golf tournaments to
I'm
watch every
getting
year.
in that. My game's good enough to get in it now. I'm getting in it next year.
Okay. If you do that, I'm coming out to watch you.
Let's go.
Pop your shit.
Can I
D-Mac.
caddy for you?
You don't want to. You'll be my walking coach.
Okay. Oh,
Right?
there-
I don't want you to have to
All
look
right.
the bag, bro. Remember, if it's easy.
Can I be the beer drinker?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You're my hype man.
Then you'll be on 17 on one of the boats with
We're
some
having-
ladies of the night. No, for real. If you
ladies
play in
of
that,
the
I'm
night.
stopping
go.
what I'm doing. I'm going out to watch.
Well, yeah, we'd have to make it a thing.
I think a man
I got the.
Yes, you got the gears in motion.
Put it in motion.
Okay. I think a man like you would do very well in Tahoe.
Never been to Tahoe.
I never have either.
I love California.
Yep. So there it is. Let's go rubbing Sparty. Is Joe Pavelski a Hall of Famer?
Yes. Yes.
I think he's the Hall of long career, so the numbers are good. He's good. No, he's
I
good.
think what he's done
good.
internationally in his whole career and for the country and just
That's fair.
and the stability and everything else. Yes, I think that is when you look at different guys, like longevity has to play a factor.
Depending
it
on who they
has to be, and maybe it's a different category, right? Like different guys are in for different, like the no-brainers are the no-brainers, but it's just the solidity of the league and guys that have represented over their career, been a good dude, been a well-respected leader and stuff like that. No, Joe Pavelski is that guy.
He was a pain in the ass to the Red Wings in the playoffs during that whole Sharks.
He owned
Wings
me.
thing.
I was at so many of those Sharks Red Wings games, and he sent me home crying.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Was a fan of those old teams.
Let me see. Brandon Katz. Neil is blatantly lying about Calvin Johnson. He only retired after Lions refused to assign his rights or trade him. Johnson wanted to go to the Patriots. Well, then he could have just sat there and let the contract lapse then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
He didn't have to retire from the
He
sport.
retired, dude.
Yeah.
And he never went back and played for anybody else, Cat Spot. He's not Emmitt Smith playing for the Cardinals. He's not damaging his legacy.
Right.
But you probably celebrate Emmitt Smith, right? I think that was a clown move. So you would reward that. If he were to leave and go play for the Arizona Cardinals, you would reward that and say, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Like, come on, man.
You don't think he's a Hall of Famer?
That's
At least
laughable.
he's on brand. At least we know it's him.
Yep. Hey, Randy Wise is always on brand.
Absolutely, and we did. Stay tuned for great video. Jesus Noah out there yesterday for the Calvin Johnson with the Randy Wise Challenge. Now, why do I say this? Because how would you like to play the University of Michigan golf course with Braylon Edwards on the next Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour edition? You can register today, and you can round off the foursome at woodwardsports.com or scan the QR code on the screen. When it comes to your next car or truck, make the wise decision. Randy Wise Automotive.
Drive into summer and drive into savings during Feldman Chevrolet's biggest Memorial Day sale ever. We're stocked with new Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs, all priced to move. Like this 2024 Silverado for only $217 a month, or this 2024 Equinox for as low as $199 a month. Find your freedom in a Feldman at the Memorial Day sale going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets?
Nobody! Detroit sports. Make sure you listen to Ermanni and Edwards with Maz next 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
At Planet Fitness, you can get everything you need for just $1 down.
Try out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Hey, y'all better get on these free fitness training sessions from Planet Fitness.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
Join Planet Fitness today and get everything you need for just $1 down. $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Thursday, July 18th.
What's up, everybody? Join the best youth football league in Metro Detroit. The Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League offers youth ages 5 to 14 6 exciting teams to choose from in Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. All coaches are trained. All coaches are certified. All coaches undergo background checks. Register for football or cheer, at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, transportation are all included, and all include a chance to play for a championship at Ford Field that costs just $175 per child. Put the youth back in youth sports with the Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan's 3C Sports League. All right, final segment of the show. Neil Rule, Darren McCarty, KG, Jusis, Spencer Raxter, Power Neck, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. And D-Mac, what's your story? You're in tomorrow, right?
No.
Oh, you're out. Okay, so we're both out then. We got, this will be like the little stretch, everybody, just so you know. I got television duties down in Florida. I got the family vacay coming up beginning August. When all that's done, we ride.
Okay.
We ride, and we are getting into football heavy. There will be an NFL segment every single day. Every day.
I expect you to boo at least 7 kids a week.
100%. I'll boo my own children.
Boo them kids.
When I'm on vacation. Yep, I'll boo them.
Yeah. Now you got an excuse. There's
Right.
a T-shirt made.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Terry Foster will be here a good portion of when I'm out. So there is that. But just ride with me. I got to take a vacay with the fam. I heard they were good. I got to go investigate and make sure that they're doing all right.
I heard they were good.
I am doing this, though, D-Mac. I'm bringing my my middle son with me, taking him to the Inter Miami MLS game tomorrow.
Nice.
He's a big, messy, slappy, so when he rolled that ankle, that was a bit crushing. But
awesome.
You know, that's the way that it is. So got to do that. They'll go to the Miami game on Saturday night, too, but I'll be working. But that's about it. Maybe do some fishing. Little beach time.
Any golf?
No, not now. I got him, so we're just gonna hang out together.
All right.
You know, the middle kid never gets that.
Yeah.
You know? So I've taken Cristiano down with me before, so now it's his turn. Middle kid never gets that. He's a good kid.
Does he wash the dishes?
That's his one area where he's weak in, but
so he's learned that from his brother.
But he's so strong in other areas.
Okay, so you
like if you
overlook it.
Yeah, like if you ask him to empty the dishwasher, boom, he's on it.
Okay.
He doesn't hit you with the I will.
So he's coachable.
Right. He's coachable, yeah.
Right.
He doesn't hit you with the I
So
will.
the disappointment of the oldest child has not seeped into the middle child.
No, it's
so now the middle child deserves a little bit more
accolades.
Thank you.
He might be moving up in the power rankings.
Okay.
Especially the closer my daughter gets to double digits.
Yeah. It's not the same.
It's changing.
It don't hit the same.
Let's just say it like this. It's changing. Real cream of wheat. Off season for Big D Energy, apparently. No, I mean, it's just like I do I work the other job.
Yeah.
I got to take a
You're an important man.
The family deserves, some time too, man. So, we're going to do it.
Gosh, people.
And
Give the man a break.
for the record, I am never on vacation when I'm away from here. I'm always doing something.
Yeah, you're just doing whatever you want to do.
It's just what thing am I doing? So
yeah,
but life's a vacation.
Brandon Dogs, there's rumors of Skubal getting traded. I am hearing that.
Yeah.
The Dodgers and the Orioles. And look, real quick, before we ride off here, if you could do it and you could get me...
You got to get an MLB
You got to get Jackson Holiday.
If you could get me Jackson Holiday and another big-time prospect, and here's why, D-Mac. Because then all of a sudden...
Then I see your plan.
You've got 4 of the top 15 dudes in the prospect.
Then you're patient, so we can go sit back and go, oh, okay. For whatever else. And the difference is, from when they're drafted, is that they've got some time in, and you can see potential. Right? It's not like when you've drafted them when you say, well, this one of these 2 guys ain't going to work. They've shown more that, okay, in the process. And that's where the scouting eye of Scott Harris, who does he want to pick prospect-wise?
Again, if you could get me, and I would take this. If you get me Jackson Holiday and their 5th best prospect or their 3rd best prospect, that's enough for me.
Okay.
Because then I have Jackson Holiday, I have Jackson Job, I have the other Oriole prospect.
Before we turn this into Wake Up Woodward and go way, way over,
and then start buying again.
Does this help you also? Something to think about. The fact that the Orioles and the Dodgers will probably be caught, right? So the package for Skubal, because it's not...
The price of a brick goes up.
Yeah.
And that's where you will see if Scott Harris can cook. What is the return? And this is where you brought in earlier in the show of this could be the biggest trade. Yes, if you're dealing your best player prospect, then it is, Neil, as big as you made it.
Yeah.
This is a fundamental. Guys, I'm just saying. I'm not overselling it.
Skubal gets traded.
100%. Your tone is on point because there is no tone.
And this is the biggest. This will be his. How he's viewed going forward.
Yeah.
This is his job on the line.
Exactly.
And if he does it to the Orioles, arguably the best team in baseball, roster-wise, through and through.
Yeah, I just got.
And so that price has to be factored in to what you get.
Whoever
in return.
gets Skubal is a favorite to win the World Series.
100%.
Yeah.
Here's again, Wake Up Woodward. Here we go. Here's why the Orioles would give you their number 1 prospect. Because their window is now. Because of the rest of the East. The Dodgers' window will always be the Dodgers' window out west and stuff like this. Right? But now the Orioles have to strike because, like you just mentioned, this is their time. Because they always have the Toronto, the Bostons, and the Yankees.
Absolutely. All right, everybody.
Boys.
Talk to you all later on. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.